Today I'm excited that we are down in southeastern Oklahoma, just outside a tiny little town named Clarita, and we are at Clarita's Greenhouse and Market, and joining us today is Eli Shrock. Eli, thank you so much for having us down here. I know a couple of years ago we did a segment with you about your moms, and I missed out on that, so I had to make sure I came down here and visited with you myself. So it's a beautiful nursery that you have here. Tell us a little bit about how it's been a crazy year with the pandemic and everything. Tell us a little bit about how that's affected the nursery industry and what you're seeing customers wanting these days.
Overall, it's affected the nursery in a good way. Supplies were limited. That was a downside of it was getting supplies, getting potting soil, getting pots. But the demand was really up. I'd say that's a good thing that came out of the pandemic was people are gardening.
Yeah, they're at their homes and looking at their backyards all of a sudden.
And they would bring their children and they would pick out, you know, the children say, oh, I love cucumbers, let's do cucumbers. A lot of these were first-time gardeners too.
Wow.
And so it was a good thing. It was an experience. It was kind of hair-raising. we were overwhelmed, definitely.
And what are you finding that there are, you mentioned cucumbers, are they after the vegetables or more the ornamentals? Are you seeing a trend there?
It's definitely trending towards vegetables, but now they did buy a lot of ornamentals, you know, regardless how vegetable intentioned they were, they just couldn't resist. Let's plant some flowers, and that's a good thing too.
Yeah,
you know,
if anything, it brings the pollinators in for those vegetables. So what else? I know you have a lot of succulents around here, and I've heard that that's pretty popular.
Yes.
Are you finding that there is a certain demographic that is after that succulent collection?
Oh yes, younger. Anybody over 50 is not very interested in the succulents.
Okay.
Maybe they've been there, done that, I don't know. But the younger crowd is definitely into the succulents and into odd stuff.
Okay, and it looks like you've got a few. I know we're familiar with string of bananas, but you showed me one that looks a little similar. Tell me about that one.
It's a string of dolphins, and it does look like that.
It does.
Just and young people, girls especially, boys are kind of, you know, but yes, young people just love that string of dolphins.
And of course, you complement it with string of peas and some of the others as well. And then dragon fruit. I recognize that one. That's a fun plant.
Yes, it is. It needs to go inside in the winter, but that was given to me by a Oriental lady. Her husband is a professor at Tisch. What is that?
Oh, MIT, Murray at Tishomingo?
And she grows it, and she just drags it into her garage in the wintertime and back out, and she's showed me pictures of like bushels of dragon fruit.
Wow.
And so I'm hoping I can get some dragon fruit.
I think it is popular in the Asian markets and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, but a unique plant to grow if you've got space to bring it in.
Yes.
And if you don't, you also have a lot of dish gardens. It looks like something that would work for that centerpiece in in a house.
Yes.
Very nice. So tell us a little bit too, because I've noticed that you've got a lot of natives. Are you seeing that a lot of people are going towards that with the Asclepias and?
Yes and no. The natives are more like my thing. I encourage people, and there's a lot of people doing natives, but more the younger crowd especially, they want instant gratification. Natives are not always that, you know. But
they do have a season too, where they look
they have
kind
a
of
season, and a lot of times in the season when in the planting season they look kind of wimpy. But if you can convince them, I mean, a lot of them will buy it.
Yeah.
And the more experienced gardeners are more going for that, and the people that plant pollinator gardens, they're really going for the natives.
Well, if anybody's ever seen the Asclepias blooming, and I know you got some passion vine, and that looks tropical, even though you've got the native perennial one.
Yeah.
And then also the hardy poinsettia, which is a native. And again, a lot of times we think poinsettia being tropical. So. Well, Eli, thank you so much for sharing your greenhouse, and I know you've got a big market inside that we're going to explore a little bit, but I would encourage anybody to stop by and check this place out if you're near Clarita, and thank you for letting us join you today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.